Good evening, welcome to a game of Dota 2. I normally say night, but you know, it's just one game that we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch VirtusPro take it on NEXT.kz. They're playing a game in the round-robin group stages for the Excellent Moscow Cup, which has in total 10 games per team, and at the end of the season, the top 4 teams move on to the LAN finals in Moscow, so definitely something worth fighting for, especially since there will be $25,000 at stake. So yeah, nothing too small here. And we're gonna watch only one game, as said, because because we're gonna have more games tomorrow, basically. Also, I'll be by myself, so we'll not have a co-caster, or at least I'll not have a co-caster. You just have to listen to my voice and be happy with that, I guess. But I haven't solo casted in a while, so any feedback is definitely appreciated. But for now, I'll just do my thing. So far for VirtusPro as well as for NEXT.kz, now they still have a couple of games to play. VirtusPro has played 8 games so far, so they have to play 2 more, of which this one is 1, and they're not looking too hot, to be honest, to make it to the top 4. They've got 4 wins, 4 losses, which, you know, it puts them at the middle of the batch, but there are some teams that are doing just a lot better, like Rockskiz, Empire, Meet Your Maker, and Power Rangers. There we go, I was looking for one more. So that's something to keep in mind. That means that VirtusPro still has a chance to go to the top 4, but they have to win all their games, and they have to hope that some other teams lose their games. So it's not entirely up to them anymore. We have got, of course, NEXT.kz on the other side. They have played 6 games so far, so they have to play 4 more, including this one. This is their 7th, and they have won 2 out of those 6, lost 4. So in a way, they can get even with VirtusPro. They have to win this match, though. That is just like, they have to win. This is a must-win for them. As NEXT.kz is actually having Sharfik in their team once again. I mean, he was part of NEXT.kz at some point, I believe. But is now tagged as a stand-in. We'll see how he does here. Of course, the draft's already on the way, and you can see what has been banned now. So Ember, Centaur, as well as a Lycan and a Naga. No real surprises there. And also, the picks are not that surprising, apart from the fact that Dazzle gets ignored completely, and that the Disruptor is the one that VirtusPro wants to pick up instead. Now, for VirtusPro, it's not that big of a surprise. VirtusPro is a team that plays Disruptor a lot. Like, they have worked him in tons of strategies before, and it's pretty good also for the Batrider. Like, if he's gonna pick someone up and try to fly away with him, Glim's back, and Batrider is gone. So it's a pretty nice hero to have. Invoker is a great hero to have, of course, as well. You've got yourself some nice team fight going on with both of those heroes so far. NEXT.kz, though, I mean, Batrider, Luna, they are considered the strongest in their role. So one of the strongest carries in the game right now, Luna, because she has not only carry potential, but also immense amounts of push potential. Team fight, she has it all, basically. She has early game presence, she has mid game presence, and late game presence. She's the role model carry at this point, and Batrider, you can't really go bad with Batrider at all, as he is also one of the most fabulous offlaners that you can think of, and if his offlane is not really going as planned, well, he can just go into the jungle and farm up there. So we've got a Shadow Demon with those 2 heroes, though, and that is actually quite interesting because, well, you know, NEXT.kz is a team that is not specifically known for their passiveness, but Mantis as a carry is known for his farm role. He's not the most active carry that you can think of. And if you combine that thought with a Shadow Demon, you think of a farmed Luna that is going to get disrupted, and then illusions will be created and send up the high ground and basically go for a slow death push. Now, don't get me wrong, VirtusPro has pretty nice heroes to deal with that, but it's still something that might not promote the right gameplay. However, if you run this as an aggressive trial and you pick up something like a Dazzle with it, or anything else, to be honest, because Shadow Demon Luna is a great combination. You've got the Soul Catcher with the Lucent Beam, it can do a lot of damage, and we've seen this on aggressive trial lanes work before. There's a lot of potential there, but just purely the knowledge of me thinking Mantis is a fairly hard carry player, kind of has me on edge here, but we'll see what they're going to be doing with it, as they will be picking up a new hero soon. VirtusPro selected an Enchantress, so their 2 supports are done. Possible for roaming. I mean, Enchantress is a bit better for that than Disruptor. Disruptor does need his levels, and that means that, I mean, yes, you can roam with the Disruptor, but you kind of can't afford to not get those kills when you roam. you can't afford to waste time early on in the game for Disruptor because he needs to level up his spells. It sounds very simple, but it's just that important for a Disruptor. All his spells are very important, but all his spells are not really that great at level 1, apart from the Thunderstrike, of course. And his ultimate, I guess, as well. We have got some supports being removed from the pool by VirtusPro, by the way. It was the Ancient Deprivation and the Chen as well. Though Doom is, of course, also one of those heroes that can just eat the creeps of the Enchantress. So Chen would be able to take them away, but Doom can actually eat them, so that's pretty cool for that one too. And NEXT.kz is actually banning out a Nyx Assassin as well as a Morphling. 2 heroes that VirtusPro has played a couple of times, but not really 2 heroes that I was gonna expect to see from VirtusPro. Then again, they don't really have a solid carry core just yet. So we still might be surprised by something. I wouldn't mind seeing a Faceless Void. I mean, in terms of one-ball combo potential, yeah, that would be definitely there. Oh, wow! Wow! So the reason that I said Faceless Void, I said it jokingly, obviously, you could hear that by the tone of my voice. But if VirtusPro is a team that has struggled lately and has struggled mostly in terms of synergy.
10 seconds remaining.
So overall, you know, they're not the most synergized team out there, which, you know, it happens and practice makes perfect. That means that in games they would rely more on personal skill than on their team fight coordination. Now, if you look at the lineup of VirtusPro right now, you see that there is a potential for one of the better one-mo combos out there. You've got your Faceless Void with a Chronosphere, AoE, Disruptor, Kinetic Field, Static Storm. So you can hold people in place after the Chronosphere is done, or you can hold them in place before the Chronosphere comes up to give Faceless Void time to get in there. Invoker, lots of AoE damage, and there's a catch to the Invoker here. Lots of AoE damage is awesome, but he has to be careful with his Deafening Blast in this game, because it can push people out of the static or kinetic field and out of the Chronosphere as well. So that's something that they have to be worrying for. Faceless Void is a great hero though, and in a way it is one of the harder scaries in the game. We'll see how much impact he'll have early on though, and that's all going to come down to the synergy, and of course also going to come down to NEXT.kz and how aggressive they will play their lineup. Dazzle is still removed by VirtusPro. They don't want to be seeing that one, and that means that VirtusPro is expecting NEXT.kz to be having the Batrider in the middle lane and the Doom on the off lane, or Doom mid and Batrider off lane. We've seen both before, or even a dual lane mid. We've seen Luna Shadow Demon before as well, I believe, or at least. Yeah, I think we did. So, yeah, just to be sure, just to get rid of the Dazzle. It's a good one to have. You don't want to deal with those Graves and the heals if you have a Faceless Void in your team. So you've got a Nature's Prophet ban out for NEXT.kz. It's kind of obvious what they still need, and they need an offlaner. Now, we still have a Clockwork in the pool, which is a nice offlaner if you ask me, although the downside to the Clockwork in this game is, again, the synergy, because he can mess up the Faceless Void immensely. So that is something that they have to be careful for, and they actually go for more wombo combo. I should have seen that one coming. This is a VirtusPro really going in to want a team fight. No, this is not going to be easy, but if it works, it's going to be beautiful. So yes, we've got ourselves some giant team fights hopefully on the way. We have got for the last pick of NEXT.kz, they went for the Leshrac, which is of course a great support to have. You've got yourself that extra pushing power with the Edict, but most importantly, on the lane, you've got a Disruptor. Oh god, I'm gonna make a hero that disrupts. I'm gonna be calling that Disruptor maybe some more times, but Shadow Demon is of course the guy with the disruption spell, while Disruptor does not have a disruption spell, so that's the Disruptor not having disruption. But yeah, equal on the Shadow Demon will be setting up Split Earths for Reeves in this case, and that is definitely a very strong potential in terms of kill potential, and they could actually try to run this on an aggressive tri lane. Put the Batrider mid and put a Doom on a safe lane. I would really like to see that one. Let's take a look at who is playing what, as we do have VirtusPro playing from the Dire side in this game. Dire side is for Ness, or at least Ness's team. We've got ourselves a Disruptor for him. G will play the Invoker, no surprises there. I think all the roles here are pretty much set in stone. You've got Illidan as the hard carry, Illidan Storm Rage. and it will be Jottam playing the Enchantress. And Illidan Stormmage on the Faceless Void. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Arsart playing the Darkseer on the offlane. So that is everybody for VirtusPro. As so far, people are moving bottom. It's kind of interesting to see. Maybe, like, I was not expecting them to go for an aggressive tri-lane. However, if they are expecting an aggressive tri-lane to come out from NEXT.kz, then yes, they'll dodge it. They need to dodge it. Because that Faceless Void needs more time. The level 1 capacity of NEXT.kz is just downright scary. While VirtusPro, I mean, it can do some damage, great, but it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Let's take a look at who's playing what. We've got Sharfik playing the Doom here, standing in for NEXT.kz. Equal will be taken on the Shadow Demon. Reeves will be on the Leshrac, and Mantis playing the Luna, and that leaves SC47 playing the Batrider. And I don't really know who it is, so that's my bad there. I'm sure someone in the chat will say it soon, so in 2 minutes I will probably tell you who that Batrider is.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, actually, while we were waiting, might as well. Aw. Aw, that's a shame. Oh, wow. What's this? Oh no. Stalcat? Sorry. It is Stalcat, yes. I guess the SC. I should have known. SC, Stalcat. Makes sense, right? But yes, that's Stalcat. They placed a ward already. Actually, this one. So they see the Darkseer here. That means that they are aware that this is not a tri-lane.
The battle begins.
With Faceless Void, and the rotations are on the way as well. I mean, this is just mind games. VirtusPro does not want to fight up against that aggressive tri-lane. There's no way they want that. So they are trying to dodge it. We do have Batrider moving back towards the offlane, so Stalcat will be there, and yeah, Luna on the bottom lane, and a dual lane for the moment. No, he just made Reeves. Oh wow, I was not expecting Reeves to be taken on the farming role here, but I guess he has an easier time than the Doom at the start. So Doom is just gonna try to eat some creeps and perhaps go mid. He is the one to go mid normally in this matchup, but for now, Leshrac will take some easy levels. Not really easy gold for him because G has got way higher attack damage than Reeves does. So, well, experience is nice. Now you have to back off, go bottom. Reeves, go help out your teammate, or at least stack and pool to not take experience or farm away from anybody else of NEXT.kz. That's basically your job as a support. Support your heroes without taking anything from them. So yeah, we do have the Faceless Void up against the Batrider. This is the matchup that VirtusPro wanted. Not really the matchup that NEXT.kz wanted probably, but nonetheless, they are not unhappy. Like, it's not bad for them to have this matchup, while it would be bad for VirtusPro to have a different matchup. It is going to be slightly troublesome for Arsart. Of course, he is Darkseer, one of the safer offlaners, and one of the offlaners that can actually take care of himself and actually get some farm in the process as well. But he has to be careful, because even as a Darkseer, if there is 3 heroes bottom, which for now there's not because Reeves actually rotated top, but if there's all 3 heroes bottom, and even with 2, then oh, and S, some trouble for him. He has to walk past the side, and he is by himself. Glimpse back, is it gonna be enough? It might be. He tries to run for it. Another Split Earth comes out, or does it? No, Reeves can't get himself a range in a nest. He is gonna be fast again and will be able to move away. Nicely done for him. Good glimpse. Scary things though, very scary things for him.
Top tower is under attack.
But yeah, Darkseer would also die if there is a combination coming out from him with the Luna Lucent Beam on Soulcatcher. With the disruption there. What is this Arsart gonna do? Are they gonna go mid? Reeves is here again though, so let's see how effective this is gonna be. The haste rune, no, Split Earth is gonna whiff. Arsart is just not taking any chances, just passing through. Scenic route.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And this is something that VirtusPro is doing well over NEXT.kz. They've of course got an Enchantress in the jungle, was unlucky enough to get some some golems, and I mean there is a ward here, so she doesn't have that camp, which is kind of sad, but nonetheless she is one of the heroes that is supposedly farming in the jungle, at least trying to farm in the jungle, while for NEXT.kz they have effectively got 3 heroes farming compared to VirtusPro's 4. So in a way that should be an advantage. G dodges the stun, or at least just walks straight and not gets the stun, and perhaps they can actually do something here. If Reeves is going to get glimpsed back, this could be trouble for him. There it goes. Back into the creep wave. Back in the hands of G. That's your first blood right there. Bit of mispositioning coming out from Leshrac there. Now VirtusPro, next to already getting ahead because they were having 4 heroes effectively farming. They are actually getting first blood as well, and perhaps second blood as well, because Stalkai does not have any mana. In comes Reeves though, trying to help out. Stalkai still taking a lot of damage, and Illidan should be able to finish this off. A couple of hits needed, but nice block by Reeves. Sunstrike will get dodged, and the sticky napalm's coming out. Reeves does not get any extra bashes, and Jottam can also not chase this because he is too low on life. No extra kill on the board for VirtusPro. Still though, scary times for this Batrider. He's forced back to base. Although he is not losing any gold, and that is important because of course he wants to have that blink dagger. I mean, if we look at how fast people can be active on the map, Mantis probably wants to farm for a little while longer. The thing about Luna is, I already mentioned, like, she is one of the better carries because she is good in all stages of the game. Her laning stage and her late game stage are a bit stronger than her mid game presence if she doesn't get enough farm up. So she has got a kind of ramp up time for the mid game. So she wants to have a BKB. Or Helm of the Dominator, or something like that. So until then, she won't really leave the lane, basically. While for NEXT.kz, also Sharvik needs to have more than just level 6 in this case. I mean, he needs his teammates, basically. Regardless, my point is that Batrider needs to get a blink dagger because he's going to be the person on the side of NEXT.kz that's going to set the pace. It's gonna slow down Faceless Void at some point. For now though, that's not really happening though. Actually, saying that, we do see Illidan being way lower on last hits than Luna. Illidan sitting on 19 to 5, while there's 33 to 11 on that Luna. Taking a look at the net worth, is actually Invoker that is highest of everybody. Yeah, I mean, no surprise I guess, because he is the one that got the first blood money. And 30 last hits to boot, so he's doing really well. Not really shutting down Sharvik as hard as Batrider is shutting down the Faceless Void though. Smoke up for a nest in Jottam. Let's see if they can make something happen here. They want Reeves, but no, they're not gonna get it.
Radiant's top tower is under
And that
attack.
smoke is oh, careful there, Reeves. Nice stun there, Sunstrike, and 1 hit. That's going to be a kill. In comes Equal, looking for a soul catcher, finds it up on the Disruptor. He's going to get disrupted as well. Yes, that's Disrupception, and he'll go down. Nicely done, though. It is turning into a one-on-one, and Reeves actually bought back. And even though, you know, it's great if there was actually a fight happening, there's no fight happening. It's not that much money that you get then, but it's a little bit extra that VirtusPro get for that exchange. So that's a favor for them. Definitely so. Faceless Void did not get the killing blow though, and that's gonna be something that he's regretting because he could really use that. He has got level 6, so Chronosphere is there. Needs some extra help though if he wants to go for a kill right now. He needs to have some backup. Oh, this courier is gonna fly over some people. This is Dynamite. It would be an important courier kill if Equal sees it, but it looks like he's not gonna find it. So, no, that courier is gonna be okay. Illidan has to be so careful though. Disruption, the courier is delivering through a disruption, but Illidan is gone.
As was promised.
Like, you've got your disruption followed up by a split earth. This is a combination of Leshrac Shadow Demon that we've seen throughout the metas, throughout the patches, that has always been able to work. And that's the result right there. In the meantime, Sharvik gets glimpsed back into a bundle of illusions, actually of his own illusions. As in, they're actually his, but it's an illusion rune for him, so he's gonna be okay. Sunstrike got split between too many targets, and that glimpse was kind of wasted. Batrider has a blink dagger, talking about glimpse being wasted. Hold snap. Sharvik. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. We do now have 2 Hand of Midases on the side of VirtusPro though, which is risky. Especially with NEXT.kz now ready to basically fight. Because this Batrider, he's gonna want to make work out of this blink dagger, and he's gonna want to try and find kills all over the map all the time. Which is great for him. Not so great for VirtusPro. As oh wow, double damage was still picked up a Disruptor. He gets doomed up, but it doesn't matter. Doom himself got glimpsed, and the Doom is on cooldown, as in the Doom spell. And this is not something that will kill off Disruptor, of course. Disruptor will go back to base, but he won't die. He's gonna be okay. Good job for NS. Smoke up for NEXT.kz. They haven't seen, VirtusPro hasn't seen this Blink Dagger yet for Stalkat, so they want to try and make it a surprise. There's the second hand of Midas that we already saw the recipe being delivered from. Chicken, careful. Lasso. Our starts should be more careful, and he's actually gonna get picked up there. The chicken will get picked up there as well. Still supports that you saw the feather still over there. Oh, there he is, plucked chicken. But yeah, nice snipe. NEXT.kz. 4 heroes here in this bottom lane. They haven't picked up any levels in edicts, but with the lunar blessing, they don't really need to have that much pushing power. I mean, they can do this just by themselves, take their time, because who's gonna stop them at this point, really?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower. Dire's bottom tower.
Counter push wise, I mean, you got your Enchantress that in theory should be the one to be counter pushing most. I was gonna say like she has to have a creep for that, but in it comes. And this is a good creep for pushing as well. You've got the extra skeletons to help out, and Barrider can't really do that much against this. Maybe he can try to deny it though, but the fortification comes out first, and actually Reeves teleporting in as well. Illidan does have a Chronosphere, and does not hit anything. Does get a tower, I guess, and now time lapses away as we see Enchantress fall to the Barrider. NS and Illidan running for their lives. I don't think they're gonna be making it out alive though. Maybe NS is. Oh nope, he's not. Doom actually was the last hit. I think that was actually the the aura that got him killed. Scorched Earth. If you can call that an aura, actually. I think I can. I shall call it an aura. The only aura with visible things on the floor like you used to. Nobody gets their reach in Rune if I can't have it. Arsart almost got his mechanism ready. I mean, regardless of them losing 2 supports, I guess, they did get the tower. So they get something in return for that. And Illidan didn't die. He did get forced to use his his Chronosphere, and it kinda, it was a bit of a sad thing. I mean, I guess it made sure that nobody else got to be in range of the tower. That's nice. You would want to catch someone in the Chronosphere, to be honest. Trouble. Sharpik, is he gonna get a glimpse? Yes, he is. Connect field there as well. Up on 2. Arsart lassoed, and Sharpik and Equal, they're fine. While Arsart is in some trouble right here. He'll be the one to drop first. Stalkat with the killing blow. Jottam as well as NS. Maybe trying to finding Stalkat just still, but Stalkat is already safe. Keeps landing sticky napalms and is creating space for his team to take down maybe a tier 1 tower if they get the chance. Barrider flies himself out of there. In the meantime, Mantis, unhampered, just continuously farming creeps. And in this case, that's fine. He's not getting stopped. He's got 1 kill because they came to him and he took the kill from the Darkseer. And he's just farming away. Hand of Midas, Helm of the Dominator, nothing stopping him. This is scary. And normally you would have the Faceless Void to be the counterpart to the Luna, but Faceless Void died once. And even if he didn't, like, look at the farm difference. There's 2k gold difference while both of those 2 heroes have a Hand of Midas. It's trouble for VirtusPro. They need to buy so much time for that Faceless Void to still become huge, enormous, gigantic. 500 gold away from a mechanism for Sharpik. 300 gold away from the mechanism for Arsart. Who's gonna get there first? I guess Arsart. But depends. Sharpik of course can devour constantly for creeps and for gold rather. That's always handy to have, and who knows, maybe he'll get a kill soon, and maybe they get actually a kill on Arsart, as we do have Equal and Reeves smoking up. Mantis there as well, looking for a kill in the jungle, and they're gonna run into Jottam straight away. The demonic pierce there. Look at that damage. There's just no way. There's just no way that she had a chance there to stay alive. And Arsart might not have died, but yeah, Sharpik does get some extra gold there for his mechanism to be done. Well, Arsart, yeah, they will have it at the same time, almost, unless Arsart can't really get, unless Arsart dies. It's a mechanism done for Sharpik, it's on the way. And with the Luna leaving her lane for the first time. Oh, careful. This is the time where VirtusPro have to start making something happen. They have to stop this push and punish NEXT.kz just to force them to go back to farming, force them to stay passive. If they stay passive, then VirtusPro get more time to get their Faces Void up to par, because right now he is not up to par and he is just kind of sad. Smoke up. This is Wombo Combo people coming out. We don't have the Invoker with them though, not for the moment anyway, but you do have the Vacuum in the wall. Only Vacuum level 1 though, so it's not that great. You've got the Kinetic Field and the Static Storm, you've got the Chronosphere. And then Enchantress, who's there for show. She's not even level 6 yet. This is not a funny time for Enchantress. Reeves is gonna get found first. Split Earth is nicely done, and actually, Illidan, thinking about going for a Chronosphere, finds Mantis. Great target. Leshrac goes down, but it looks like Mantis will go down as well. Kinetic Field, Static Storm is locking him in place a little while longer, and that is an amazing pickup of VirtusPro. Is it going to be enough? In comes Stalcat looking for a target, finds himself the Disruptor, who's already glimpsed him back as equal. The Iron Shell will burn him down, so that's going to be one extra down on the side of NEXT.kz. Sharfik passing through. Did get the Doom out, but it's on our side, and he's getting healed up by Jotam, who's still not level 6 off that kill. Bit of a shame for him, but 3 dead, 4-0. VirtusPro, this could be their comeback. This could be their time to shine, and their time to make NEXT.kz a lot more passive than what they were before. Even though they weren't even that like, I'm saying it like they were all over the place and kills all over the place, but that's not even the case. Teleports incoming, they actually still want to fight this. In comes Batrider, his lasso is still on cooldown though, so he has to be careful. There's gonna be a glimpse as well. Flame Break. He's just harassing back. Demonic Purge still coming out in the nest, and he might be the one to go down. He still gets the kinetic field off though. And that's making sure that nobody else can catch up to anybody of VirtusPro. NEXT.kz rotated 5 heroes to the bottom lane for that. 4 rather, sorry. Leshrac was not part of this, but not worth it to only get a Disruptor. Unless they also get a tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Or unless they also get a Darkseer. Mechanism keeps him up for a little while longer. Looks like it's going to be enough for him. Are they going to continue fighting this? The lasso is up again in 7 seconds. Ah, this sentry is not scouting out that sentry. It's kind of funny.
My gratitude.
It looks like we are going to have NEXT.kz back off. Bit of waste of time for them. Not that big of a deal. I guess they're still ahead. Taking a look at the gold graph, they're about 4,000 gold ahead. Experience graph, 3.5 or 2.5k. Wow, I cannot count. It's not that big of a deal still. Not yet, anyway. The biggest deal at this point is the farming space that the teams have. And what I'm meaning there, of course, is that VirtusPro has lost their tier 1 mid and their tier 1 bottom, which... well...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wow. Okay. Times are tough. You can feel the pressure from Illidan. He's gonna go for the build that we've seen before. I think it was burning. Did it before as well. Aghanims. Perhaps a refresher as well. Teleport to top for free farm and perhaps a kill on Reeves. Let's see if they can make it happen. Looking for the bashes. Split Earth. Oh, nice glimpse. Boom. Nicely done. Invoker with a killing blow. In the meantime, in the mid tower though, this will be a tower for Mantis and actually for Doom, but tier 2 goes down. And with NEXT.kz pinging out the place where the Chronosphere was dropped, it does look like NEXT.kz knows that there indeed was a Chronosphere on cooldown, dropped in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, the reason why he used a Chronosphere is no surprise. He had a smoke, it got ticked off, thought it was from someone who was farming there, and instantly didn't waste any seconds and just tried to go for it. I mean, let that be clear. I know why. This was a bit hasty. One tier 1 tower left on the side of VirtusPro, and it looks like NEXT.kz has decided to take it down. Batrider, oh, he's gonna find a nest. Hello. And I would say also bye. A nest will get picked off there. A couple of hits needed, and Batrider with the killing blow. Should be resulting into a tower down as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Invoker. He threw himself up level 3 of his Necronomicon. And I mean, I talked about their amazing teamfight potential, but they just... right now, they're out-farmed. And even if they get the perfect teamfight combination, it's not enough. Surge up for Illidan because they know that they have to try. Let's see if they can find some people to take care of. Glimpse back into the kinetic field. They got Mantis. The Chronosphere is there as well, and that should be a kill. Nicely done. Invoker with the killing blow. They won't be able to catch anybody else, though. Everybody is running, and they should be running fast enough as well. Illidan does have another time jump, time walk. Boom. Equal one hit bash? No, no bashes for him. Needed a bash in order to get that. Equal. So once you go for drums in this team. You don't often see support this early on going for drums. Normally you see Shadow, or at least not a Shadow Demon. You see them going for 4 stabs. They have got the farm. Oh, glimpse back into kinetic field. Static Storm is just Reeves though. Not really worth it blowing those cooldowns on, and he's actually not even dying from it. Disruption coming out just to protect him a little bit longer from the illusions, but he's gonna stay alive as we do see Barrider, Stalcat grabbing Arsart. Arsart, trouble for him and dead for him as well as Jawem running away. Illidan doesn't have a Chronosphere. Let's get a bash though on the Barrider, and that might be enough. He's taking a ton of damage. In comes the Eclipse, so Mantis might be the saving grace here, and he gets that kill on Phases Void. No backtracks for him. Jawem on the run. Will be able to flee from Mantis, but he's got different priorities. He's going for a nest. Well, the Invoker is already picked up. The Glimpse is there, but it doesn't matter. That is still a disruption down, and still Jawem the only one to live from VirtusPro here. In a fight that all started because VirtusPro did not back away from the jungle. It sounds so stupid when I say it, and I mean, it was a Barrider jumping in to try and find a pickoff, and he found one, and then everybody came to try and defend it, and everybody died. Big plays for Mantis, of course, as well, just coming in there, pressing R. Yeah, it's hard. Sorry, I'm dissing him a bit, but no. No, VirtusPro is not doing well, and NEXT.kz is taking abuse of the mistakes that VirtusPro is making perfectly. Chronosphere, finally, some more people in it. Well, Mantis is gonna get bashed and not gonna be able to make it out. Vacuum into the wall from the people still left in the Chronosphere. The Aegis at least gets burned, but that means Mantis will be back very soon. Static field coming out, or kinetic field rather, as we have Illidan still going down. I mean, this is the only death so far apart from the Aegis. In and out comes the Barrider. He does have a lasso, grabs G. Important target as well, as Luna still got put down. G stuck on the cliff in the flames as Reeves will get picked off by Jawem in the side. G still standing there in the flames, invisible as he is, might be enough for him to keep him up, but 4 stacks is taking April. Where's that flame break? There it is. Not enough to take him down though. 30 health left for G, and he'll be making it out alive as Equal. He is on the run, and he is trying to run as fast as he can. The drum charge being used, but Arsart and the Necronomicon unit are looking for him. The Sunstrike might be the one to get him in the end. No, they don't. Not well placed enough. It means that Equal lives. Still turns into a 2-on-1, which I have to say is impressive. Impressive for VirtusPro to be able to keep themselves so composed. They got the Aegis, they got the Luna, and they got the Leshrac. And all they lost was the Faceless Void, who... I guess at this point, I mean, really, what are you actually losing? His net worth is way below what it should be. And I mean, he even has a hand of Midas. At this point, you would at least expect him to be ahead of the Doom. Or of the Barrider, or like Barrider was the one that he was laning against. Barrider was the offlaner that Illidan was having 2 supports, or 1.5 support, I guess, Enchantress. Like he had those supports to make sure that he could farm safely. Well, no, not farming enough, not for now anyway. They need to delay this game even longer. Which is definitely possible. I mean, without an Aegis, NEXT.kz is going to feel less comfortable going high ground. They might still want to try, of course, to go for the tier 2 towers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I mean, they're all pretty low already. One push will do the job with the Edict from Leshrac. Is he starting to level that yet? 1 level right now. 2 levels. Woo! But... well, I lost my point. But yeah, they have to, like, they might not be that comfortable going high ground without an Aegis. because of that team fight. I mean, regardless of VirtusPro being quite far behind in terms of gold, it's now almost towards the 10k. In terms of experience, it's about 7,500. But the wombo combo with the spells, the team fight spells, yeah, that's definitely not going to change. And that's going to make it difficult for NEXT.kz to go high ground. However, remember the draft where I said with the Shadow Demon Luna what you could do with the slow pushing disruption and illusions. That's going to be their outcome. If it is indeed coming to that where it's going to be a standoff, then NEXT.kz is going to have that to basically make that standoff go their way. Even if they chip away pieces from the tower one at a time, as we have Stalker getting picked up bottom. Chronosphere used for that as well. Oh, disruption. NS, you're dead. Nice kinetic field still. Might be enough for Jotum to keep him safe. He is hopping away though, and it looks like he's hopping fast enough. The other four-legged creature is not catching up. But with no Chronosphere, maybe this is the time for NEXT.kz to actually try to make something happen. Try to push a bit in. Maybe top lane first. BKB now ready for Luna. And Aghanim's finally done for Faceless Void. Thank you very much. 1 second extra. I think 1 second. And half a second extra, rather. It's 1 second at level 2. 3 rather. But it's a half a second more on the Chronosphere. Ooh, but the cooldown in this case is a bit easier because if you're NEXT.kz and you're fighting up against that wombo combo that you don't want to deal with, you have to make sure that you fight in between wombo combo potential, so in between the Chronospheres. And with an Aghanims on the Faceless Void, that's gonna mean more Chronospheres, less time in between, so less time for advantage of the weakness of VirtusPro. Weakness being that they cannot fight real well without the Chronosphere. I mean, I'm still expecting some good team fight to come out of VirtusPro. I really am. It's just, it's not happening for the moment, and I'm kind of worried if it still will. I mean, NEXT.kz has got a very decent lineup, and even if they have a 5-on-5 standoff, and even if they then wouldn't have the Shadow Demon to create illusions of the Luna, which they will have, but he's disconnected for the moment. But then there's still a Batrider, also ideal for sieging high ground. That means he can fly up, grab someone, drag him down, kill him off, so you're going to be 5-on-4 to go up high ground, which is also of course going to be great for NEXT.kz. On top of that, you've got yourself a Doom, put a Doom on someone, basically making it 3-on-5, and yeah, VirtusPro will crumble then. And I say, like, a Doom in this case will make it 3-on-5 unless the Doom is on the Faceless Void, because physical damage, not really there for VirtusPro. They all need their spells. I mean, even Faceless Void will be kind of sad if he gets doomed, but it just means that if Batrider is successful, if Doom gets the Doom off on an Invoker, for example, then there's nothing VirtusPro can do against them. Why are we pausing? Oh, the Shadow Demon disconnected, so hopefully he'll be back shortly. Well, I'm kind of a pessimist, I guess, when it comes now to VirtusPro in this game, but they definitely are not out of it yet. They have got a potential to come back into this, and that is that team fight. Not just that though, if this game lasts long enough, Faceless Void is one of those carries that can carry an entire team on his back. Even against the Luna, even against the Doom, if he's big enough, he can take them down. Has to be getting the Chronospheres right though, has to be getting those perfect. A lot of pressure on Illidan in this game, a lot of pressure on the synergy of VirtusPro as well. Not to stack Disables, not to stack the Static Storm Kinetic Field over the Chronosphere. Unless it's like for a split second, where the timing of course is going to make it so that the targets are going to get stuck in place for a little while longer after the Chronosphere ends. Well, he must have an SSD if he goes so fast. That was a reboot.
Is under attack.
Yeah, BKB being built by the Batrider. No surprise, he's already got his Force Staff and his Blink Dagger. But Batrider with a BKB, at this point, I already mentioned it, physical damage, it's only in the hands of Illidan. So if you get a BKB, the damage coming out from the other team members is going to be minimal. That AoE combination that I was talking about is only going to hurt you if Faceless Void gets the time to hit on you.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
His Bracer built by Reeves, allowing Equal to buy some more hefty items. 5 heroes here. Batrider jumping forward, grabbing Arsart. The glimpse is still there, but it doesn't matter. Arsart's already in trouble. Nice Chronosphere though. 4 people in the Chronosphere. But where's the damage? Do they have damage to take down Mantis? Mantis turns on his BKB, goes for Illidan. Illidan dead. G picked up as well. And that is gonna be 4 dead on the side of VirtusPro. The team fight, the start was there, the potential was there, but just no hope, as we do have one survivor, one sole survivor. NS didn't even get a chance to land his Static Storm. And his kinetic field's only level 1, so it's not going to help out that much either. And I mean, there's just too much damage. If they don't kill the targets in the time of that, in the duration of the Chronosphere and well, in the duration of the Chronosphere Static Storm, even though Static Storm wasn't there, then they're just going to turn on their BKB and they're going to be okay. As NS is running, careful there, the slow is there, nice imp just coming out, but it's not going to do anything different. Glim's back, it's just harassment though. And they're just trying to slow down this push, maybe baiting them out into chasing them down, hoping that their barracks will live for a little while longer. But at this point, oh, another Chronosphere coming in, and that catches 5. Illidan, he'll be able to clean up 1, looking for the rest. Kinetic Field, Static Storm, locking in 4. That's going to be Batrider down. This is the combination they've been waiting for. They get 4, and they might get 5. It is going to be the Doom that is the last one alive. He's turned on his BKB, he's trying to run for it. He doesn't have a teleport out. He is going to be hard pressed to survive this one. Still gets a stomp up on 2, but will end up going down. 5-man wipe. Nicely done by VirtusPro. That is the combination that they need to have every single time. No pressure. But that is why it's so difficult to go high ground up against VirtusPro. And this would not have been possible if it wasn't for the Aghanim Scepter on the Faceless Void. Keep that in mind. That Aghanim Scepter worked like a charm. Because that Aghanim Scepter worked out, looks like Enchantress wanted to have one of her own as well. But that's of course going to be helping out, pumping out more damage in those fights. Amazing fight for VirtusPro. They still lost their ranks though. They still lost their most important ranks also. The melee ones, the ranged ones are still standing. So it's not over just yet. And on top of that, I mean, they're just poor. They're kind of poor. Yeah, they've got Aghanims. They need more damage. They definitely need more damage. But this gives hope to the people, basically. It allows us to think that VirtusPro still has a chance, a glimmer of hope in this game to come back. If they can catch out NEXT.kz a couple of times in a row like this game is wide open again. And actually, VirtusPro is the one to go in here on the high ground. They'll jump forward, Chronosphere Leshrac, which is interesting. The disruption coming out as well, and I think that Leshrac is actually gonna live. Jottam in the meantime, lassoed, killed off, Illidan picked up as well, Luna with a triple kill. And why were they here? Why did they Chronosphere that dude? I'm not sure. Are you sure? No. That is gonna be a mistake coming out from VirtusPro. They should have just been happy with their fight, with the fight going their way, and just keep quiet until they could maybe fight in the Roche Pit, because fighting in the Roche Pit is awesome as well. It's one of those areas where you get your enemies all clumped up and in one ball, where you can get a 5-man Chronosphere, perhaps. But they're gonna lose the Roshan. They're gonna lose the Aegis. Not the cheese yet though. This is only the second Roshan of the game. But yeah, they lost a lot there. Faceless Void still struggling to get some more items up after his Aghanims. His net worth is still abysmal. I mean, it's still 4th highest of his team. That's, you know, awesome. But 4th highest of his team still means that it's 5th lowest. Like, he is so low compared to the rest of the core of NEXT.kz. Shouldn't happen, especially not since he's got a Hanamitis. Butterfly is going to be his next item to go for.
Invisibility.
Boots of Travel now. There's Invoker and starting to get even more fast. Wouldn't be surprised to see Sunjin Yasha being picked up. Mask of Madness. Make it happen, Stalcat. Yasha, Mask of Madness. Be the fast Batrider. Shiva's Guard picked up by the Doom. Solid item for him as well.
Invisibility.
And I'm not sure what Equal just wrote, but I only caught the I. I don't know what it said. Die? Tie? I think maybe die. Would be, I guess, kinda logical for the turn of events. Yeah, I like that gem. The gem, I mean, there's nobody really invisible on the side of VirtusPro. I mean, yes, Invoker can get invisible if he wants to. But getting those wards down for VirtusPro just makes them feel insecure. Sitting in the dark, can't really farm anywhere. And have to just wait for NEXT.kz to show themselves. And wait for them to come in. And in the meantime, NEXT.kz has got freedom. Unless, of course, VirtusPro is going for the smoke. Now, the previous one, they failed. So, they kind of can't afford to lose this smoke. To lose this fight. They're gonna go in. Chronosphere up on 2 only. Let's see if they can take down a target. There's a disruption coming out for Sharvik, and Mantis also not dropping a beat. Kinetic Field, Static Storm still there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look at the damage going through. Arsart will get picked up there as well. And G, that's another team wipe. This could be your GG. There it is. VirtusPro, they call it out. They went in and died.
Dire's bottom tower has
If you
fallen.
don't get the Shadow Demon, he can just disrupt the target that you go on, and Mantis just could stand there and the damage coming out from NEXT.kz, VirtusPro cannot fight against it, as said. The combination that they have to catch everybody in it, and they have to be able to kill them off before the combination is over. And they couldn't do that, meaning VirtusPro will lose this one as NEXT.kz and get their 3rd win here in the group stages of the Excellent Moscow Cup. This is the only game that is going to be shown here for the Excellent Moscow Cup today. Unfortunately, no more games for now. Tomorrow we'll be back, though. Tomorrow the first game is at 6 p.m. We're going to have Aware versus Power Rangers, Power Rangers versus Empire, and Empire versus Meteor Makers. It's going to be an amazing day tomorrow. Although 2 of those games are not 100% confirmed yet. Hopefully they'll be there soon, because they definitely look awesome. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow. 1800 CEST time. If you want to follow me, then do so on Twitter at Cheever Gaming, and it's actually at Cheever Gaming on all sites that you can think of, so YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, etc. Thank you for watching, and stick around for watching some commercials if you want to, and otherwise, just have a great night. There is a lot of awesome Dota to watch tonight, so you probably don't want to miss any of it. You can head yourself over to let's see, there's the Summit qualifiers are going on still on Beyond the Summit streams. You've got yourself join Dota at blue as well as red for the ESL 1 tiebreakers. And actually in 2 hours, I guess that is, there's going to be a best of 5 to see which one of the teams will go to Frankfurt, the LAN. So that's Empire versus a team that still has to make it out of the tiebreaker. So that's going to be an amazing match. Best of 5 fighting for a place in the LAN event, ESL 1, ESL Frankfurt. So make sure you check that one out. I think it starts at 8, so... Oh, actually, no, it does not start at 8. It starts in 7, which is already in 35 minutes. So make sure you don't miss that. It's at Join Dota Red. So that's one thing that you should be watching. And, well, that's about it. So make sure you check that out. And if you want to stick around for commercials, do that. And otherwise, just have a great night. Bye-bye.